Florida kind of has this reputation as a place of the Badlands of sorts, where just the most wild and ridiculous shit happens. And the challenge is obviously to find just the wackiest headline possible to kind of supplement your birthday, just as a joke. That's basically what it is. It's not meant to really be taken seriously or anything, it's just more or less meant to be a joke. But anyway, this is one I can finally get behind, and I can actually make a video on where I'm not denouncing people for almost getting people killed or just being completely fucking idiots. So me personally, What's going on, guys? So I'm gonna make a different type of video today. I saw a funny headline, another Florida man headline of course, and I thought that I would make a video of some recent Florida man headlines and kind of cover those topics. Kind of the format that I use for a lot of videos here on the channel, covering news topics and stuff like that, but with the whole Florida man thing, because obviously that's a pretty popular meme here on the internet, is the whole, Florida man news stories and stuff, because they're just so absurd a lot of the time. And I think we got some pretty funny ones. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do this again. I think this might just be a one-off thing. I'm not sure. It depends on whether or not I actually end up satisfied with this video, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, the first story that I want to get into here is Florida man threatens neighbors with nunchucks and bug spray, but only injures himself. A Florida man wielding nunchucks and bug spray tried to quiet a group of noisy neighbors, spraying them and threatening to open fire on the revelers, but the only person he ended up injuring in the crazed quest for quiet was himself, officials said. Larry Adams, 61, was arrested after the bizarre confrontation, which residents said was sparked by loud music coming from a car outside a Daytona Beach apartment complex late Monday night. One neighbor told the station Adams initially tried to frighten the group, but the bid backfired literally when he struck the car frame with the nunchucks and the martial arts weapon unexpectedly bounced off the vehicle's body and smashed into his face. Adams allegedly also threatened to shoot the group and doused them with roach spray. According to the station, officers responded to the scene after Adams and his neighbors called the police on each other. When cops arrived, they noticed he had a cut on his forehead and subsequently checked out of his home, revealed a nunchuck, an empty can of roach spray, and a box containing a loaded semi-automatic handgun magazine. It was not clear if he owned a gun or had one in his dwelling. They actually have a picture of his mugshot, which I'm going to show here. Yeah, you can see he kind of messed himself up. Can you just imagine you're having a good old time with your friends, just relaxing, having a cookout or a barbecue or whatever they were doing, and then just some psychopath from the next house over shows up with nunchucks and a can of Raid trying to kill everybody, and then this idiot smacks his own car with it and then just blasts himself in the face with the nunchucks. I mean, oh my god. I gotta say, that is literally one of the most Florida man things I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, I think that's one of those things that, you can only see once in a lifetime. That's one of those things that you only see in movies, you feel like. I can't imagine what it was like to be there in the moment and just all that kind of unfurl in probably 3 minutes? Probably felt like a dream. Apparently the guy who, showed up with a can of bug spray and nunchucks, literally threatened to kill everybody with a weapon and whatnot, is apparently set to be charged with aggravated battery and assault. He's also set to be evicted from his apartment complex by the manager, so he lost his house, he's being charged with a crime, and, well, now he's famous because, the story's all over the place about how he did this to himself, so now I'm sitting here wondering if it was really worth it for this guy, but Florida man arrested for DUI says he smoked pot to prepare for Jesus to return. Yes, it's another case of Florida man. This time, Carlos Guillen was arrested for DUI when he told police he was smoking weed to prepare for the return of Jesus. Investigators reported a man later identified as him was in the driver's seat of a parked vehicle, the interior of which smelled like booze. A half bottle of Hennessy cognac was in the passenger seat, and a cup that looked to contain the alcoholic beverage was in a cup holder. Asked for his driver's license. He handed over a vape pen that he said contained THC, the psychoactive ingredient in marijuana. He was asked if he was enjoying Tampa and where he was staying. He pointed south of the mall and advised that he was at a church convention approximately 4 miles in that direction. He also said he smoked the liquid THC in the vape pen to get himself ready because Jesus was returning. Man, I can't imagine how good that weed was he was smoking, though, for real. What kind of weed do you have to smoke where you get pulled over by the cops and the weed is so good that you not only, admit to the police officer that, you're smoking it so Jesus will come back from the dead and, come down, but you just, openly hand the weed over to the police officer and just, give yourself up to him. I'm not gonna lie, man, that's a gutsy play call. I don't think there's any situation ever where you're ever gonna get me to hand that over to the police, let alone, I don't think there's ever been a situation in my life where I've been so high that I thought Jesus was gonna come back, but then again, he'd also been drinking. Yeah, he got charged with DUI, so I mean, it definitely wasn't worth it, man. Florida man stories are just odd, man. I haven't read a Florida man story in a minute. Coming back to it, I can see the absurdity is it's definitely still here. Disgruntled Florida man drives a golf cart into Walmart. Oh, Jesus, man. Surveillance footage obtained by Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office shows 56-year-old Michael Dale Hudson riding the golf cart right through the doors and into the store on Thursday afternoon. Deputies say a disgruntled Hudson first blocked an entrance, refusing to leave and demanding to talk to a manager. When Hillsborough County deputies showed up, the deputies say Hudson suddenly sped the cart through a crowd, nearly hitting several people who ran to avoid him. What? Investigators say Hudson crashed the golf cart through the glass front doors at the front entrance to the Walmart and sped into the checkout area. The sheriff's office said he was arrested after he crashed into a cash register. He was taken to Tampa General Hospital. He's charged with trespassing, resisting arrest with violence, felony criminal mischief, aggravated battery, and aggravated assault. While it was unclear how many people may have been hurt during the incident, a spokesperson for the sheriff's office said a few customers were treated at the scene. Nobody was taken to the hospital, thankfully. Earlier this month, a man was arrested after being accused of threatening to shoot up the same Walmart. Jesus, man. Don't go to this Walmart. I don't know which Walmart this is, but apparently it's in like the same area as, it's in Tampa somewhere. But if you know where this is, if you've somehow recognized this place, do not go to this Walmart. Apparently, like, all the crazies are going to this Tampa Walmart. Just don't go here, man. Oh my God, there's surveillance footage. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the surveillance video, folks. Dude, if that's not the most Grand Theft Auto thing I've ever seen in my life, I don't know what is. This dude literally just almost ran like 2 people over right there with a golf cart, and then crashes into the cash registers. Like, come on, man. And then he catches all these charges. I mean, he's definitely, yeah, he's gotten his life ruined. I mean, trespassing, resisting arrest with violence, yeah, this dude's probably gonna catch time. I mean, aggravated assault, battery, criminal mischief, trespassing, resisting arrest with violence, yeah, he's definitely in for it. I don't see this one going out well for him. I mean, especially after he injured people, yeah, it definitely isn't going out well for him, so. Florida man arrested in Idaho for having $40,000 in stolen bicycles. Oh my goodness. A 26-year-old Florida man has been taken into custody after police say he tried to pawn stolen bicycles in Boise. Boise police say that Bradley D. Kernern's-Child of Kissimmee, Jesus man, talk about hard to pronounce, was arrested Monday afternoon with 11 bikes worth more than $40,000 that had been reported stolen in Washington. Police also say that Kernern's-Child had a felony battery warrant out of Florida. Okay, so this guy's just a, warranted psychopath. Police say that he had told police he had a medical condition, so they took him to a hospital. After being evaluated and released, they say he kicked an officer in the chest. He's facing multiple charges, including felony battery on an officer, felony counts of grand theft by possessing stolen property. He was being held in the Ada County Jail on Tuesday on an extradition waiver. He has applied for a public defender. My real question here is, number one, how do you have $40,000 in stolen bikes? Number two, when you have $40,000 in stolen bicycles, how do you only end up with 11 of them? I mean, like, I've had a couple bikes in my life. The most I've ever seen a bicycle, cost in my life, then again, like, all the bikes I've ever really seen are like at Walmart and stuff like that. The most I've ever seen them cost like $150, $200, something like that.
Hey guys, this is Optimus Editor, and I just want to let you know that Optimus is actually really stupid because I just looked at bike prices on the internet and he's really underestimating the potential cost of a bike. Walmart sells cheap bikes, sure, but you can get bikes online that are literally thousands of dollars. Bikes online even typically cost hundreds. Optimus is an idiot. Back to our regularly scheduled program, from Deep Cyber, the editor, and Optimus' worst nightmare.
When I saw it costing $40,000 in stolen bicycles, I thought this dude had like hundreds, if not thousands of bicycles just like stuffed somewhere, He had like a big storage warehouse just of stolen bicycles from like all these different places, like he'd just been going on these grand bicycle heists or something. No, this dude has 11 bikes. Where is he getting these bikes that are worth so much money? Like, what are these bikes used in like the Tour de France or something? Like, what's going on here? And what is it with like every person who's in these Florida Man stories? What is it with them and like assaulting police officers or like assaulting the people around them in their stories? Even if they do like the most like non-warranting things for violence, like, oh, you stole some bicycles, now I'm going to assault a police officer, or I've had a disagreement with a Walmart manager, now I'm going to drive a golf cart into the cash registers, injuring several, you know, just something ridiculous, you know, it's crazy. I haven't taken a look at Florida Man stories probably since the whole Florida Man challenge thing was popular, like, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever, but, you know, this is my first time looking back on them. They're just as wacky and crazy as I remember, man. I actually had a good time looking at these articles. I think we might do this again here in a couple months or something, like do an update video to this or something. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. Surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Join the Discord down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. I think I'm going to be moving to Florida and becoming a Florida man because these stories are insane. And signing out.